They'll be calling you a radical. So they're biting good tonight. Won't be going home till you see the light. Cannery Row on Balco. So I'm fishing here in the Oregon Ducks. So the count right now today on the Columbia River, the the Chinook salmon count for the year is still at 9. The Willamette, damn it, is an epic free fall collapse. I want to talk about this article that's coming out now about the orcas. So I got that line, you got that pole. Let's head on down to that Trolling for Trump's fishing hole. It's mating season, ducks. So the good thing about fishing, oh, here we go. It's a loner. Kevin Blanche is a loner. Shh, 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 shh. Where's he going? So they mate for life, by the way. If they lose their mate, they live to be 35 years old, and they can migrate as far as Russia, just like Trump trolls. But the thing back to fishing for Trump trolls, you don't have to have a license. And there's no limit for trolls. And no one cares. In fact, we want to extinct them, but they're extincting, I mean, because think about them going after me. Why would they go after me? Because I'm trying to protect. I mean, this whole dynamic, everybody's turned their back on me. I don't really give a shit. There's so much of brew right here. Old beaver marks, right? Or are they new? God, there can't be a beaver around here, is there? No, I'll trap them. So there's a new study coming out. Well, it's not even a new study. It's a old regurgitated marine biologist prick who they're coming out and saying that the first time ever witnessed was a orca eating a baby orca that wasn't related to him. Cannery on Balco. What? How exciting! Number one, it's not the first time. It's been going on since Fukushima happened. They're starving to death. Number two, Monterey Bay, the orcas are starving. All the ecology is starving. It's an epic free fall collapse. The dolphins committing suicide. I mean, it's not your pseudo de facto theology, because what happened to you here? We, the people. There's a mink. There's a mink. See him? See him? See him? See him? That's a mink. See him? God, how cool is that? They're native here. Ha, they're native. I'll talk a little bit where I'm standing. Just how cool is that? We got to see a mink. They farm them right up here. My one buddy almost died, and I says, well, you know, God, I can't find a girlfriend. Haven't had any for years. I says, you kill little furry animals for a living. Your aura is horrible. I mean, who's gonna? So, the movie Revenant, the first scene in the elk is exactly right here. Jedediah Smith, Jim Bridger right here. But the Jedediah Smith's going river is the Chinook, the steelhead are extinct. They're extinct. The Klamath, they're all but extinct. The Rogue, all but extinct. You know, one of the Walmart girls lives on the Rogue. She don't care. You know, get your slave-made goods, because what happened to we the people? We the people turned into the sheeple because of the steeple. Freaking, it's not your, went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Ha, we're still there. Went off to Iraq. I mean, you're so worried about, you know, guns, God's gays, you know, and I support, this is important. I support the youth of this country, big time. You know, let them make the decisions. I'm recording history. If there's a protest in the streets of Salt Lake City, and the dead tree falls, and there's no one there to record it with a YouTube camera, does it make a sound? So these scumbag biologists say, oh, how exciting. We saw, how exciting. So I've got a plan for, this is my new plan. And I'm going to start talking about this more. And this is what my plan is. The starving orcas, The starving animals all over in the big fish eat little fish. Plutonium broke the chain. The marine biologists, all of them, the academia professors, the hundreds of thousands of them, these fake, you know, Kevin Blanch, Doc Ricketts on Balco, on chemo, AML leukemia survivor, the greatest PhD in human history. Google dead tide pools, you'll get me. You'll see. It's we, not me. Fuck the me generation. Too bad you didn't all die before you got old. For the future, the ecology. That is what my little grandson says to me. He was born just days after Fukushima just now. He says, you know what, Grandpa, I got it figured out for you. He says, we're going to put solar panels on everything. You know, iPads are, I says, they're starting to come out now. He says, yeah. Once we get solar panels on everything and everything's self-sustainable and we cut the wires, he says, then the cancer goes away, right, Grandpa? I says, you got it. You get it. Mother Earth will cleanse herself. It'll take a long time, but we're going to die of cancer. Our generation, me. John Steinbeck, we simply went from the we to the I. Kevin Blanch, we simply went from the we to the I, back to the capital we, the most socialized people in the history of the world. Socialism, 1945 to 1979, the United States of America. What a freaking powerful time. WPA artists were sponsored. That's why we had the, you know, waiting for cars, standing in line at the record store. Last album I stood in line for the record store was 1986. Right about the time Chernobyl happened. Boston's, you know, people living in competition. What a fraud he ended up being. All of them ended up being, you know, what a fraud they all turned out to be. So my new plan is the marine biologists, the academians, the frauds, the hundreds of thousands of them, the media that's gone along, the YouTubers gone on. We're going to feed, that's who, we're going to feed them through the orcas. Feed the marine biologists. Oh, this is so cool. This is so great. As they've stood by and did nothing. Watched Mother Earth be raped. The mighty blue Pacific lady be gang raped. They stood by and cheered. So we round up all the people who worship the steeple, the sheeple. We round them up. Including those Trump trolls. We round them up. If you're quiet and you walk quietly and you give nature its space. You know, you young people, when I travel around, I'm on the ocean, I'm on the banks of these places, these animals will come right up to me, for real. Because I'm quiet, I give them their space, and I have a good aura about me. They can sense it, they know if you want to kill them or not. I don't want to kill them, I want to save them. You know, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, hasn't this cool? This orca killed the pup, which they're, I mean, how many pups are there? Not many. The baby boomers, they called them, there were 3. They're all dead. Granny died, you know. You're in denial. This is the greatest time in Earth's history. As the baby boomer, echo boomers, the most disgusting group of people in the history of Earth, and that's unarguable. The United States, baby, you seen the debt? I mean, because it's all me right now, like a little kid, right? Me, like a little child, right? That's what, little babies. And my 7-year-olds don't act like that. You know, babies. My 7-year-old grandchildren do not act like that. You do. You know, and I don't give a fuck at this point. I don't give a fuck how many people subscribe to me. I don't even give a fuck who watches at this point, because nobody's going to do anything anyway. Thank you to the 350 people that have supported my historic work. You know, I'm going to record history and call this out. Because if the tree falls on the banks of these hallowed spots and these hallowed rivers, and a street protest or the ocean goes and collapses in the dead tide pools and no one's there to record it in history, does it make a sound? Well, I'm going to make sure that it makes a sound. So you scumbag baby boomers and their echoes, you ignorant, arrogant, me pieces of shit, can be branded in history. The generation that killed the sea. The generation that me killed the ecology. Too bad you didn't all die before you got old. For the future of this fucking land, you done fucking sold. You know, go work at Starbucks, serve us coffee, feed us our food, give us a back rub, make $10 an hour, and pay $3,000 a fucking month in rent. Because we're baby boomer, self-entitled, fucking born with a silver spoon up our fucking ass scumbags. Let's kill it all. Let's rape the ecology till there's nothing left. Let's kill it all. Let's kill everything, because I hear the voices of my great-granddaughter. I hear the voices of the animals in the sea. You know, the ecology. I grew up on this freaking landscape, on these landscapes. You know, what they've done to the ecology in my life, it's beyond heartbreaking. I'll be documenting these rivers heavily in Stillhead. Next spot will be the hallowed rivers, the salmon rivers of Idaho. Probably be there tomorrow. Get the Oregon ones, you know. I'm working this, you know. I'm one man, but I'm strong and I'm relentless. And just like fighting cancer, I was in the unit yesterday and seeing my original nurse, Whitney. Got to see her. First time I've seen her in years and years. She was like, oh my God. Showed her my 5-year freaking 1%. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's been that long, hasn't it? Yeah. What a fight. Fight goes on. Go ahead. Go ahead, you me, selfish fuckers. Let the youth fucking take the field. You're down a 311 to nothing, and it's fucking late in the fourth quarter. 2-minute warning. Get off the field. Let the freshmen take the fucking field. You earth poisoning, fucking selfish, self-indulged, air-sucking pigs. That's what the fucking baby brought. Not all. I'm talking, and if you're too ignorant to think that I'm talking in the aggregate, I'm not. I got that line. You got that pole. Let's get down to the fucking fishing hole. Them scumbag trolls, those scumbag fucking pieces of shit. Me, pieces of shit. Oh, they're biting good tonight. Fucking Kevin Cannery, Rowan Balco, Doc Ricketts on Blanche. Stand tuned. It's the fucking ecology, stupid.